Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. Yeah, Vlogmas just kind of faded off after day 8. Life basically happens, and I can see why moms don't do Vlogmas because it is intense. You know, having to film and edit every single day. But honestly, it was like a really good like stepping stone or practice for me, because I was only doing like 12 days of Vlogmas, and the original one is like posting every day from December 1st to the 25th, which is like super intense. But yeah, unfortunately we had December is just like, I mean, if you've lost somebody, then you know that the holidays can be kind of just sometimes an emotional roller coaster, and not in a bad way where it's like you don't want the holidays to come or anything, but you just, when you lose somebody close to you, you miss their presence being around during this time. So and then unfortunately, like, well, not unfortunately, but it's also my dad's birthday, so the month of December I go to the cemetery and I hang out there for a little bit and put flowers and just to his site, which is actually a very beautiful place. It's overlooking the entire San Diego Bay. So yeah, it was just kind of a lot. And then we had an unexpected separate loss in the family just a week ago. So it was it's been an emotional roller coaster, like I said, to say the least. But which is actually why I decided to film this video now. It is all that I want to accomplish in 2023. Get started. So I don't think I've done a video like this, but it's okay because there's a time and place for everything, and this is one of those times. So go get your coffee, sit down with me, get out your piece of paper, your planner, your phone. I write things on paper. That's just how I've always done things. I'm a very aggressive put it on paper type of person. I write to-do lists like literally probably every single day. I write my grocery list down. I just, as a mom, I do forget things a lot at this point in my life, and I'm just like all over the place, and I know other moms agree. It's just your mind runs a different direction every 2 seconds, and you know, to me, I have to write things down so that I remember what I'm supposed to be doing. So nonetheless, let's get started. Grab your coffee, go get a coffee, pause this video, go get one, come back, sit down with me. Let's write out our goals. I just want this year to be filled with so many things, so many goals that I want to reach. And I have 6 months left being 30. And I turned 31 in May, so I have 6 months left to achieve a lot of the goals I wanted to when I turned 30.
아무 계획 없이 떠나볼래 다 내려놓고 괜찮을 거야 We'll be back 멀리 날아오르자 No worries I'll be by your side.
Okay, so I just recorded, pretty much I just have it on this like notepad, jotting down all of my goals. I jotted everything down, and eventually I'm gonna like switch this to something cuter, something nicer, but I did want to write everything down so I didn't forget it. So I basically kind of categorized my goals for the year into different categories and then subcategories, if that makes sense. I know it can be overwhelming to do like too many at a time. I get that, and then like you feel like you know, are overwhelmed and then you just give up. I get that. But these are things that like I've already known I wanted to do. They're not like something extraordinary. They're not like anything crazy. I'm gonna move it this way. As an individual, like for Bekah, what I want out of 2023 for myself, and to be very honest with you, it's a complete lifestyle change. Like the way I eat, I have, long story short, this is the smallest I have ever been physically. And I know that sounds weird. Like, okay, I'm gonna show you. Like, this is the smallest I have ever been. Like, I'm just small. Like, I'm just, this is the smallest I have ever been. And I say that, like, not in a good way. Like, I say it because I have always played sports, been active my entire life. And this is the first time that I have not been in a really long time, and it just doesn't feel like myself. I don't feel healthy. I don't feel like physically and mentally like okay. Not in a really bad way, but it has affected me a lot. And I know myself, and my goal when it comes to my body and the way that I look, it's never to be skinny. Like, that's not healthy to me. I am small. I'm only 5'2". Like, you can't change the way you're built, if that makes sense. Like, and I've always been small, but I have never been like just skinny, if that makes sense. Like, I've always had like an athletic build. My legs have always been muscular. Like, I've always wanted to just stay toned and fit and healthy, you know? And like, it's something, and I know it's hard to just do it, but afterwards it's very beneficial and you just feel so much better. So that is my goal, to at least work out 3 to 5 times a week, whatever that looks like, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's working out in my garage that we're hopefully gonna finish turning into a gym. Like, honestly, anything. We live right by the beach. If I can go for a run, anything, honestly, just to get my body moving every single day. And my goal is actually to gain some weight, which I want my muscles back, basically. I want my muscle back. And so that requires me lifting weights and eating a lot of protein, which leads me to my next point of me just starting to form a clean, whole diet. I have done this in the past, and it truly changed me from the inside out. Like, especially from the inside, I had never felt. I basically did this program with a wellness brand, and I benefited so much from that. I did it for a month, and wow, talk about my brain clearing up, my body feeling probably the best it ever felt. And that was like, I did that like 2 years ago. And all it was, I don't believe in juicing and all of that stuff. It literally was just eating a clean, whole, organic, like, diet. That was it. And literally watching what I eat instead of just eating anything. And I love food. I mean, I was primarily raised by like my dad and lived with men my entire life. So we ate out so much. We just always ordered pizza. So like, I didn't really grow up with that. Like, my mom's Filipino, and anytime I went to her house, she always had good, healthier options, food, always cooked homemade meals, lots of vegetables, rice, things like that. But being with my dad and like all of that, which obviously I wouldn't trade for the world, but my eating habits weren't really formed with him. So yeah. Also, I am going to implement taking supplements as far as like a greens. I mean, I'm looking for a greens. Actually, I kind of already have everything in my Instagram, in my Amazon cart. So I do want to look to taking a organic greens powder, a vegan protein, and any kind of supplements that obviously we sometimes don't get in our everyday diets. Like for women, I know it's important for us to get our iron, magnesium, calcium, like your vitamins A, B, and C. Like, those are all things that I plan on taking in supplements daily, just so I make sure that I get them. And then whichever ones I do order, I'll link below and let you guys know. But that's gonna be a completely different video on this whole lifestyle change from the beginning to the end. I'll try and film as much as I can and then keep you guys posted on how it goes. So besides that, the other big thing for me is to create a morning and a night routine. I used to have a really good morning routine, somewhat, where I would wake up before the kids, at least by like 6 a.m. I would read, pray, have my coffee, go to the gym, like whatever it was. And then I don't know what happened. I really don't. And I really need to establish that for myself because I'm more of a morning person anyways. It's just recently it has been really hard for me to wake up and get out of bed because it's freezing in my house and my bed is so warm. And I know that's an excuse, but that's the truth. So, and then also a night routine, which also leads me to just finding a good skincare routine. I really don't have one right now, but I'm looking into seeing like what I want to go with and what products I want to go with. And I'll also keep you guys posted on that as well. So that is it for my lifestyle change. It's not about like I want to lose this amount of pounds. No, it's nothing like that. It's me just completely changing the way I eat, sleep, exercise, all of that in a healthy way. Not a doctor, it's just my personal things, what I want to do. And yeah, so going into my next point, I kind of just put this in the same category, which is basically goals being a stay-at-home mom and a wife, which for being a stay-at-home mom, I really want to start spending more individual time with my kids. I have 3 kids, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old. And I really, I just want to be able to spend time with them individually. I think at this point in their age that they're at, they're fighting a lot right now and it's driving me nuts. But I think that it's very important for me and my husband, both of us, to spend individual time with all 3 of them separately. So I really want to create just like a schedule that works for the both of us to do that. And I think that'll be very beneficial to us and for our kids especially. So that's a big thing I want to do. I want to just be more patient with my kids. Like, oh, it's really hard. It's really hard. And I don't care what any mom says or whatever. It's really hard having 3 kids back to back and just like not losing your cool once a day. And I feel really guilty about it when I do. And that's where God comes in and his grace. And it's honestly, without him, I could just not be a mom. So it's just like really by me spending time with him and him filling up my cup, I know in turn then I can be more patient with them, more cool, calm, and collected when it comes to my kids, and they deserve that, obviously. But yeah, that's a big one for me. And then being intentional with my time with them. So 2 of them are in school right now, my other one stays home. So my thing is like, you know, creating some time of the day, maybe it's when, you know, my husband comes home, or just one part of the day after they get out of school to like do a crafts time or just do an activity with them, instead of just like sitting them in like in front of the TV, which obviously I know like we do at times, but I do want to be more intentional with my time when it comes to them, the time I do have with them. They only go to school for 4.5 hours a day, so that's another one. Then as a wife, I basically am going to do the same thing for my husband that I'm doing for myself, which is taking better care of him. I know it is an individual choice, but I feel like as a wife, it's me personally, as a wife, I feel like it's my job, my responsibility that I want to do to just take better care of him, because he does work, literally no lie, like 10 to 14 hours sometimes every day. So with him, it's just like he works very hard, and the last thing he's thinking about is like what he's gonna eat for lunch the next day. It's something as simple as that, you know, and that's where I come in. And so basically I've already done my research too on what supplements or things I want to get for him, because they can slightly differ, or he needs additional supplements, something like that as a man. But same thing with him, just giving him his supplements every day. I already have our little vitamin holder thingies on Amazon. I need to check out of that cart. Working out together, praying together, prepping his lunches, making sure every Sunday all of his work stuff is ready to go for the week. That gives us both peace of mind, honestly. Otherwise, I'm helping him kind of through the week. So it's just something that will make both of our lives easier. And as a wife, honestly, I love doing that stuff for him. Sometimes it kind of gets stressful, but like when I do it, I feel less stress. So I really truly don't mind doing that for him as a wife. I love it. I love, you know, doing things like that for him. So okay guys, I actually forgot a category, and that is home. So being a stay-at-home mom, it is very challenging as far as figuring out a good routine, I guess you can say, to get everything done. Sometimes it almost feels like there's just not enough time in a day. And like I said, I'm very like I'm very good at making to-do lists, as far as like I write things down and want to accomplish certain things every day, right? But sometimes I still feel like I'm all over the place. Like, yeah. So basically when it comes to home, which is like its own category for me personally, I came up with a few things, but I really want to be as minimal as possible. Like, I don't want to just buy things just to buy them, because I realize that like I feel much better when I know my house is not cluttered and has a bunch of unnecessary stuff. Granted, our house is actually still pretty empty. We're living here for a year and a half-ish. And I do plan on like finishing decorating my house finally. But I just mean like excessive things, like just buying things just to buy them. I actually feel like my house is empty, so like I need to fill it if it still feels cold to me. Certain rooms of the house. Anyways, so basically just being as minimal as possible and not to buy things that I don't need. Yeah. So, and then I want to come up with a cleaning schedule. So, and that kind of sounds excessive, but like I said, like when you're a stay-at-home mom and you're trying to juggle everything, and even if you're not a stay-at-home mom, but you're just like a working mom, a wife, and you're still the one that has to do all of these things, it's a lot. And like, I'm sure now, like if I was working, well, I don't even know how that would be possible, but like if you're a working mom, then you have to come home and you have to cook and clean and do all these things. Like, it's just challenging all around. So, you know, we all have our different takes on it, and that's okay. But for me, I just know like it'll make my life easier and my mind more clearer if I just come up with a cleaning schedule. Like this day I'm doing and putting away laundry. The laundry is something I do every day, but just like maybe certain days I'm tackling different things, putting away laundry, that, or you know, the weekly things like cleaning the bathrooms, things like that. And then I really want to make it a point to make sure that the living area, the living room and the kitchen space is like clean every night. This one has been so hard for me. Because by the end of the night, to be honest, I'm just so tired and it's sad. But this is what I'm telling you, I need to better my lifestyle, because I feel like if I change certain habits and I'm exercising and I'm eating good, like I really do feel better. So I'll let you know how that goes and how, like energy wise, how I feel at the end of the nights. But that is something I really, really, really want to do, is just make sure this space is clean. So every morning I'm waking up to a clean kitchen and a clean living room, since I'm in these spaces like 90% of my days. And then honestly, that's about it. Organizing is something I still want to continue to work on, like be like an organized queen, you know, like literally have everything has a space. But that is a journey. So yeah, it kind of sounds like a lot, but when I put it and I write it on paper and put it into categories, like it doesn't seem like too much. Bringing you to my last and final category, which is YouTube. And this is something that I truly want to go above and beyond in 2023. There is a goal I do want to reach though before I hit 31. So I have 6 months, like I told you guys, to accomplish certain things that I want as I am 30 years old. And so basically the gist of it is, in order to become a YouTube partner, you have to hit a certain threshold, a certain number, in order to apply and be accepted into the YouTube thresholds, where, you know, you can start getting paid by Google ads and things like that. I truly want to reach that before May. And yeah, I'm gonna just give you the gist of it. I have to hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which I know sounds like a lot, but I know it's possible, in order to apply for that program. So that is my goal, and I have been really trying to hit smaller numbers obviously before that, and I'm really, really close to my first goal. So yeah, if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Hit the red subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you are notified every single time I post a video. And yeah, like this video if you are also writing down your New Year's resolution goals. This is just something that is realistic to me. I also think it's important to set realistic goals. So yeah, you are not alone in this. Write down something that you are planning to achieve in 2023? What are some of your goals that you're writing down? What are some things you want to achieve in 2023? I truly believe in dreaming big. I think anything is possible with God on your side, and truly pray for a great 2023 for you guys, for me, for us. I truly think it's gonna be a great year. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year if I don't get a video up before the 1st. So glad that you guys are here. I will see you guys in the next one.